everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Maskell Sessions. I am your host, Jordan Maskell, broadcasting from my studio in High Level, Alberta. Got a great show for everyone today. Filming this one, you can see I got my fucking toilet paper here. I got my weed. That's what you need in this sort of crisis, right, everyone? Everybody's going crazy, going to these fucking stores. You can barely find toilet paper. Toilet paper a month ago was not a sought after item. There was always plenty of toilet paper. And when, we haven't even gone a month, I think, into this pandemic, and already fucking shelves are just being cleared out of toilet paper. So essentially what, we have plenty to talk about on this fucking coronavirus, topic, and Marconi's going to be Skyping in a little bit. But, before we get to that, a few things. If you like what I do here on the Maskell Sessions and you'd like to support me, you can go to the Maskell Podcasting Network on iTunes, rate, review, subscribe, share it with somebody who enjoys podcasting. The show is also available on the app Stitcher and Podbay, as well as my official website, maskell.tv. So go there, check out all the content I have. And you know what? My Patreon, this is going to be the first sort of test run of my Patreon. Some of these clips that I'm going to be playing over here on the screen are not going to be suitable for YouTube, of course. So the uncensored versions are going to be on my Patreon. We're going to have details, of course, once this episode, at least in video form, gets released. And of course, go to my Twitter, Maskell91, and check out all the content I have available. What can we say? I'm expecting to hear this sort of sound in a few days. I don't even know. I guess it would have to come across on my phone every time there's like a fucking Amber Alert, and I don't have any kids, but all of a sudden everybody's phone goes off. Oh, Amber Alert. Sometimes people are pissed off, but I literally think this is going to be the sound that everybody hears when we go to, I don't know, is it quarantine? Emergency broadcast system. And pause. It's not, I don't have the coronavirus. I got the fucking MGD virus right here. Little sound there for the audio listeners. Let's continue.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast
obviously
announcing the commencement of the annual purge.
This is, I literally think this is going to be like, pause, something that comes across on the internet or something like that, because I literally didn't think we were going to be in this sort of situation that we are in, a month ago, and even a couple weeks ago, my girlfriend and I had I drive a Honda Civic, and I'm out and we're driving to the Northwest Territories, and I hear a pop on my car, and I'm just like, well, what the fuck is that sound? And it turns out that it's my axle essentially broke, and my wheel almost fucking fell off, but it was kind of inward on the car. So essentially, we were stranded at the Northwest Territories border for, I would say, probably 5 hours, I would say. No service. Luckily, we had somebody who flagged down, I flagged down, and they knew somebody else who was with them that had a satellite phone, and I called CAA, and the first time they hung up, and the second time they had little hard time hearing me because I'm on the fucking side of the road with no service at all for regular phones. And then she says, well, what's a good callback number for you? And I was like, well, here's my cell phone, but I don't have any fucking service. So I literally was like putting my faith into CAA and hoping that they sent somebody, and they did, and they took care, shout out to Recovery Auto, took care of me, got everything fixed within less than a week. But, that was like a big issue a few, 2 weeks ago. That was my big issue. I'm like, fuck, I really got to deal with that. So I didn't really drive anywhere. I kind of stayed away from everybody. And then all of a sudden, this coronavirus thing just has taken over. Stay in your homes. Don't get into groups more, bigger than 10. Avoid going, if you have been out of country and you come back, now you have to fucking stay isolated for like 14 days. And we're going to get all into this. But yeah, this is literally
for use during the purge.
The purge.
All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge
like Donald Trump.
And shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours.
And you get the point. It's not as dramatic as the purge, but I didn't think I would be seeing people fighting over toilet paper. I haven't seen it personally at like a grocery store here in High Level, but I've seen it online, and we do have where are some of these amazing clips, we'll call it, just because there are so many fights going on. And I'm not going to play a lot of the clips on oh fuck, we have some good ones. Oh, here's a good rumble. Oh fuck, look at these animals. And you guys will see what I mean momentarily. And look, well, first of all, before we even get started, already these two women in this video are, and the third one right here, the one right here, at the end, I wish I actually, maybe I'll have to find that program like they have on the NFL where you can like draw on videos and do instant replay. Maybe that's something I'll check into. I'm doing a video show finally after how long of me talking about it. But these two fat fucks, look at that fupa. That one is as well. This one kind of reminds me a bit of Humpty Dumpty. Like she's got a Humpty Dumpty vibe going for her, but she's got her. Pause, and right there, and you hear the scream, of course, the scream of, it was all fun and games when, we'll instant replay this back. She's just as guilty at this part, and, oh, she's screaming. Oh, slams her into the chips. Oh my God, King! Pause. Oh my God, King! She's just been slammed into the chips! This is a slobber knocker! Oh, look at those puppies, JR! I can't really do King's really like high-pitched voice, or anything like that. But, JR, I would like to see JR calling some of these, but we continue. Don't touch me, she says. You fucking joking? Oh my God. You came and hit me. Uh-oh. Black versus Muslim here.
No, not one back.
Pause. Look at this fucking, I can only say she sounds like she's Muslim. I'm not saying, everybody's grabbing toilet paper. It doesn't matter what race or religion. You see, I got mine. You're fucking coming for mine. I'll fucking come for you. People like, but look how many, this is just like, I literally, I'd have to like, bring it up here. I definitely have, we got what we got here. Right there. I think I sent, yes, I did. That is an accurate representation right there on what the grocery store shelves of toilet paper look like in High Level on Friday. Just like it looked like just everywhere else. I didn't see people filling up their carts where they all they had was toilet paper like this woman. Like these two are cunts. They're essentially just stocking up all this fucking toilet paper. And this woman, she's pissed off. The hood's coming out. British, it sounds like. But this isn't the only like sort of rumble. Is there any more to this?
What's the limit? It's 5 minutes. Guys,
I need everyone to back off right now.
Stop.
Oh, this is UK. There has to be more violence. There has to be some more violent outbreaks. Of course, I have man stabbed at Sam's Club. Okay. Oh, just even the beginning of the clip looks interesting. Lot scramble. Big scramble. Oh, fuck. Like, pause. Like, the one thing I have to say about people even filming this sort of shit, like, hold the fucking camera steady. I cannot watch this sort of shaken about sort of nonsense. Like, I can't fucking watch this. But yeah, within a week of it really being in sort of impactful to, I guess, North America, Canada, the borders are closed at this point, but we'll get to that momentarily. But look at this shit. This is the States too. Sam's Club. Oh, he's coming out on a gurney. Holy shit. Yeah, he looks like the Mummy. He got big time fucking fucked up. Yeah, so essentially right now they've closed the borders. Trudeau came out. He said that his wife had it. Trudeau's been coming out talking every day at this point. But he warns, he's isolating. And now I guess where's that? Oh, here we go. This is essentially the announcement that the borders are being shut down. There's no more travel, unnecessary travel, they call it, to the United States. They're trying to keep trade going, but I'm not sure how long that sort of will last, but we'll see. Justin. Look at Justin. He's growing that beard out for the quarantine. He's trying to keep it real.
Over the past few days, I've spoken to President Trump about what we can do to slow the spread of COVID-19.
Have you?
Deputy Prime Minister Freeland has been in touch with Vice President Pence and Secretary Pompeo. I just spoke to President Trump again this morning, and we have agreed that both Canada and the United States will temporarily restrict all non-essential travel across the Canada-US border. Je viens de parler au président Trump, et nous avons.
I just spoke with President Trump, and
we got French.
We confirmed that Canada and the U.S. will temporarily forbid any non-essential
will no longer be permitted to cross the border for recreation.
Pause, and then that kind of like pisses me off a little bit too, where they always switch. Like, I know that our national language, and it's kind of cool to have two languages, officially English and French, but when you switch back and forth like that, it's just like, I just want the fucking information. And Buddy here, when he was talking earlier, I watched the whole press conference. He was fucking up a bunch. So again, a few days ago, it was just, try to stay isolated. And now we're shutting borders down, air travel. If you got to fly somewhere, you fucking international, good luck. Domestically, within our own country here in Canada, maybe, but there's no fucking way you're flying anywhere, especially overseas to like Europe. And Trump went out and he did this a travel ban. And at first everybody's like, oh, this is racist, until every other country is implementing shit like this. And then Trump seems like a pretty fucking smart guy, eh? MAGA 2020. He's gonna knock the fuck out of Sleepy Joe. And honestly, I have plenty of Sleepy Joe clips too. Plenty. Unfortunately, they're probably not going to make it on this episode, just because it's probably going to be a more of a coronavirus theme. But we continue with the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
And tourism. In both our countries, we're encouraging people to stay home. We're telling our citizens not to visit their neighbors if they don't absolutely have to.
Pause. And this is another one where some people are like, is this a trick to just invoke martial law? Like, and shout out to my friend Charlie. Charlie from Fort, hope you're staying safe in this quarantine. Charlie was the first person who really brought it up, and I had a trip. I say had as in past tense, a trip going home to Ontario for the end of April. And I was planning on going, and Charlie, I think it would be on February 29th, said, "Oh, you won't be going on that trip." I'm like, "I'll get the fuck out of here. I'll be going." No, this is a Chinese problem, And then realizing that they probably didn't fucking bring it up to anybody else right away, and so then it becomes a world problem. The world, it starts to spread, and this is a Chinese disease. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that fucking shit momentarily. But yeah, it's interesting to see how much it's impacted since February 29th when Charlie had brought it up to me. Now, again, I didn't think anything really of it. I knew it was, people were concerned about it. People are worried, but I wasn't to the point of this where the fucking borders are shutting down and you stay in your homes. You'll be safe in your home. Don't worry. Government's got you. But yeah, it kind of makes me a little bit more paranoid seeing this sort of shit and seeing how quickly it went from like zero to pandemic. I'm literally like, that's what I see. Zero to fucking pandemic, where again, don't shake people's hands. Like, I've shooken a couple people's hands by accident. Shaking people's hands, besides my girlfriend, who is the only person that I am consistently in physical contact with, I'm not touching anyone. Not hugging, not well, I wasn't kissing anyway. Maybe the dog, but hopefully they can't fucking transfer disease to dogs and animals and shit, right? But we'll continue with JT.
Well, this collaborative and reciprocal measure is an extension of that prudent approach. I want to be clear, though, that essential travel will continue. Our governments recognize that it is critical that we preserve supply chains between both countries. These supply chains ensure that food, fuel, and life-saving medicines reach people on both sides of the border. Supply chains, including trucking, will not be affected by this new measure.
Pause. Showing that the good old saying, keep on trucking, still applies even in these coronavirus times.
Canadians and Americans cross the border every day to do essential work or for other urgent reasons. That will not be impacted. Ces jours-ci, tous les Canadiens ressentent
the consequences of COVID-19. To assure your security and safety, we ask for everyone to work from home, to avoid public areas.
How do you make McDonald's fries from home? Like employees, and how do you my friend Ryan, he works in an auto parts I think manufacturing plant. How do you make auto parts from home? How the fuck does it's great. And let me just say, you guys are all getting to experience what I've enjoyed for the last over 3 years of my life. And, I am a little concerned with the coronavirus. Paper, will shut down for a few weeks, because of it and uncertainty. And there's always uncertainty with freelance work and stuff. But I've been working from home for, 3 years now, and it fucking rocks. Let me just say, it is amazing to work from home. And I would rather work from home than going to a place. And that was something that I always dreaded, going downtown Hamilton, and I would have to drive to go pick up my routes for my water meter reading job. And it was just such a fucking terrible sort of feeling to, have to be in traffic, and I had to go get my stuff. Then I had to go and start reading the meters, and I like waking up and not just, then I can work. I can start work. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And it's just, I enjoy that. I really, really do. And, again, it's something that I've been doing now again for 3 years. I moved, this was a selling point, being able to work in my studio here. It's much better than having to go and, yes, boss, I got to clock in at 9 and, well, now it's it was 8. It was 8 o'clock. I used to start at 7:30 at Gintac, at 7:30 to like 5. And then they like shut it down to like, I think it was 8 to 4. I think it was then 8 to 4 and whatever. But yeah, I enjoy working from home. So, take it in. You can get up, you can eat your fucking Cheerios or your cereal, whatever you want, and then boom, get to work. But then again, some people have issues with going and working from home. They can't self-motivate themselves to get jobs done. They like going to a place so that they're in their sort of atmosphere and they're like, okay, I'm in work mode now. And I love working from home. It's phenomenal.
To buy only what you need in the grocery store, at the grocery store, and be gentle.
Be gentle. Such a liberal thing.
For those around you. We all need to do our part to protect our health and that of our close ones.
The spread of COVID-19 is forcing us all to change our ways, and for many people, that's a huge adjustment.
No shit.
If you work in a restaurant, drive a cab, organize events, or freelance.
Pause. You are fucked, kind of, because you have no work. Like, what do you cover as a reporter or as anybody? What the fuck do you cover if your whole job is on covering events? I guess the coronavirus, COVID-19, the coronavirus. Sounds like it could be like a title or, and we'll get to WrestleMania, in a little bit, but, it could be like a match, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus the COVID-19. That's a potential wrestler name right there.
Your bills. Working from home is not so simple. Just like if you work in the oil and gas sector or the tourism and seafood industries, you're looking at the uncertainty in the global economy and probably wondering not only how long this is going to last, but how long your savings are going to last.
Pause. You're such a fucking dramatic cunt. Like, how long your savings are going to last. Like, he's building up so dramatic. And it's like an $82 billion stimulus like package or some shit. And we're all going to get money out of it. From working from home and whatnot, but it's odd to see how quickly, again, like, I didn't foresee all, these conversations coming up. You work from home. Don't come out. Don't shake people's hands. Fuck, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta smoke one. This coronavirus stuff, it's been making me, take drags of cigarettes off my, from my girlfriend. And, I've just been super stressed out lately. Just with all this shit. But yeah, coronavirus or not, I got plenty of weed and I'm just going to stay high this whole time. The whole coronavirus epidemic, just be high.
No matter who you are or what you do, this is a time where you should be focused on your health and that of your neighbors.
Focus on my health,
Not whether you're going to lose your job. Not whether you're going to run out of money for things like groceries and medication.
The best medication right here. I do not take pills, maybe some cold medication every once in a while, but I smoke weed every day. Feeling great.
We announced a whole range of measures to protect jobs, small businesses, and the economy, from waiving the waiting period for employment insurance, sickness benefits to kick in, to increasing support for employers and businesses. We introduced special measures under the work sharing program to help employers who fall on hard times during COVID-19. And if your business faces a cash crunch, we will help you bridge to better times. We're working with our financial crown corporations through the Business Credit Availability Program to protect jobs and businesses with $10 billion in credit.
Oh, look at all that. $10 billion, all that sort of shit. But a lot of people are talking about, and that's Canada. And they're doing these every day. This is just the most recent thing, and I'm going to try to have this out. He's probably done one or two more since this video. But Trump is awesome for just his announcement about the virus and stuff. And this all comes with sort of a backlash from somebody in the Chinese government who essentially implied that the U.S. military had started the virus. So now Trump always brings up that this is a fucking Chinese virus. And I like the girl asking this question because she honestly he doesn't expect it to be such a loaded question. And this is a loaded question. This is like when he was asked, "What's your response level? What do you rate it?" And he's like 10. 10, of course he's going to say 10, you fucking idiots. Do you not know the president? Here we go. The president of the United States, Donald John Trump.
Mr. President, there's reporting that the federal government has a plan that shows that this coronavirus outbreak might last as long as 18 months. Are you seeing?
Holy fuck! Pause. And I've heard 12 months. I've heard earliest I heard was like July or August. Like, strap in, kids. Strap in. We're fucking in this for. And who thought that we were going to be at this point? Stay indoors. No contact with others. I can't. I'm in this fucking belief, to be quite frank.
No, we're not seeing that at all.
And then my second question is, there are at least one White House official who used the term Kung Flu, referring to the fact that this virus started in China.
I honestly, that alone, where do we have it? Well, there's definitely the Kung Flu. The Kung Flu. Oh, come on. Especially now when I'm changing things up and I'm using different programs, a little behind the scenes here. And when you can't find or when you want to find something and you can't, oh, this will probably narrow it down. The Kung Flu. Bruce Lee died. What did he die of? He had the Kung Flu. Literally, I want every punchline where it's like, oh, the Kung Flu. Kung Flu's clever. Oh, there we go. It's a clever term in these dire straits. Oh, I meant to play the clip there. See, a little bit changing up.
Is that acceptable? Is it wrong? Are you worried that having this virus?
He doesn't give a fuck. Pause. It was a stupid question. You got time with DJT. And this is the question. And this is actually another side effect of doing video shows, especially when you're filming on a DSL camera. You have to go over and you have to hit the button. So through the magic of walking over, as you can see me on the screen, I'm going to hit the record button once and then just restart, of course. SD card, 128 gigabytes. That's a lot of fucking space. And we're back, honestly, and that's honestly one of the things where with having having a video element, you get a little behind the scenes stuff like that. Again, audio, you could never tell when I edit, when I do any of this shit. This much easier to tell.
As a Chinese virus, that might.
I wonder who said that. You know who said that?
I'm not sure the person's name, but would you condemn the fact?
Say the term again.
A person at the White House used the term Kung Flu. My question is, do you think that's wrong? Kung Flu. Do you think using the term Chinese virus, that puts Asian Americans at risk, that people might target them?
No, not at all. I think they probably would agree with it 100%. It comes from China. There's nothing not to agree. Okay, how about
pause? Fucking DJT. That's the president I would have voted for, or I would vote for if I was an American, of course. I love him. No, I think they'd agree with it. It is, it is a Chinese virus. It is a fucking Chinese virus. So, don't pretend. If something happened and it came from Canada, it would be called a Canadian virus. So, if it's from Chinese, a Chinese virus, Italian, buongiorno, an Italian virus, all that shit. Wherever it came from, it could be known as, like Iranian virus, a South African virus, a Brazilian virus, a Mexican virus, an American virus. All this shit, if it was somewhere else, but because it's that guy right there, Donald John Trump, the guy who's going to beat the fuck out of Sleepy Joe once Sleepy Joe, steals it from Bernie another time the Democrat Party fucks Bernie. He should just, run as an independent at this point. But, you got Trump there, and just because it's him, it's racist. They're asking him questions about it. They're loaded fucking questions. Again, this is the questions you're asking, and we'll go back. Actually, we'll go to a whole different clip here. I believe it's this one. Oh yeah, this is another question that she doesn't like Chinese virus, and a lot of people are like, oh, this is racist. It's fucking accurate. It was a Chinese virus that started all this shit.
Okay, why do you keep calling this the Chinese virus? There are reports of dozens of incidents of bias against Chinese Americans in this country. Your own aide, Secretary...
that probably already existed due to stereotypical, just stereotypes in general with Asians in driving. Or Asians in small dicks, or Asians associated with Chinese food, or kung fu, or owning convenience stores. I guess that they share that with like East Indians and stuff like that. But you get the thing. It's not, this isn't the new thing where it's just like, okay, last week it was, maybe it was transgenders last year. And you notice that again, even in a pandemic, they're still worried about, okay, what's the right language we should use? And Trump, we all know what he's doing. This guy put, okay, the screenshots, for this guy, Li Zhan, and we have him right up there, Li Zhan Zhao, spokesperson and Deputy Director General Information Department, Foreign Ministry, and says China. And so the shit that Trump was mad about, and I have that as well, is this. So he posted two things, and he goes, CDC Director Robert Redfield admitted some Americans who seemingly died from influenza were tested positive for novel coronavirus in the I fucked that up. And again, that's just my, again, I'm stoned and, whatever. Diagnosis during the House Oversight Committee Wednesday. And then CDC was caught on the spot. When did patient zero begin in U.S.? How many people are infected? What are the names of the hospitals? It might be U.S. Army. It might be U.S. Army who brought the epidemic to Wuhan. Be transparent. Make public your data. U.S., you owe us an explanation. And that was on March 12th. This is like days later, and this is essentially why Trump is calling it the Chinese virus.
Says he does not use this term. He says ethnicity does not cause the virus. Why do you keep using this?
Because it was
racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China. That's why.
Pause. It comes from China. It's China. The Chinese virus.
Comes from China. I want to be accurate. Yeah, please, John. Please.
The aides behind you. Are you comfortable?
I have great love for all of the people from our country, but as you know, China tried to say at one point, maybe they stopped now, that it was caused by America.
Maybe they stop now. He's the fucking best. Donald Trump is the fucking best. I don't care what people say. He's hilarious with his tweets. It's the most entertaining. You want Sleepy Joe? Oh, I forget where I am. Oh, I'm going to argue with an auto worker about guns. You don't get to have your AR-14. There's no such fucking thing called an AR-14, Joe. Joe, you fucking retard. Sleepy Joe and Crazy Bernie. Trump's kicking their ass in fucking 2020. Come from November if this fucking pandemic shit wraps up. But yeah, the DNC, they're fucking Bernie again, 100%.
Soldiers, that can't happen. It's not going to happen. Not as long as I'm president. It comes from China. John, please.
Two questions.
Comes from China. So that was essentially one of the reasons why, again, Trump kind of took some issue with people calling on calling out the troops and things like that, and saying that they were possibly responsible for all this shit. And now we have tons of I'm just going through here because I have a few clips I want to play, and there's people that you wouldn't even think would actually let's hear what this is who we need to hear from during this time of panic. And think about how many millions of followers. How many millions of followers does Cardi B have? Probably, I don't know. This was seen 19 million times. 19 fucking million times. Cardi?
Government, let me tell y'all motherfuckers something. I don't know what the fuck this coronavirus is about. I don't understand how that shit was.
Pause. No shit. No, it's not. Hey, hold on. It's not Dr. Cardi B. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. No fucking shit, you don't know what's going on. Holy shit. And what's the caption here? Yeah, keep playing. I'm dead ass fucking scared. All capitalized. I'm stocking up on food. Well, let's hear from more from Miss B, shall we?
Wuhan, China. Now all of a sudden this shit is a motherfucking tour. And let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna front. A bitch is scared. I'm a little scared, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit got me panicking. And a lot of you motherfuckers think it's a joke, like I was thinking, right? But that shit right there, just because you think you're immune to it, guess what? Your pocket ain't, bitch, because a lot of shit comes from motherfucking China, bitch. So if you wonder where your motherfucking weave or your fashion over motherfucking packages have arrived, guess what, bitch? Coronavirus! I'm telling you, shit is real! Shit is getting real! Woo!
Holy fuck, she looks like a
government. Let me tell y'all motherfuckers something.
Cardi B looks like essentially a hood version of Princess Leia in Return of the Jedi. All that like fucking see-through shit and whatnot. But there's also do we have it? So somebody remixed this fucking song. This is during the coronavirus. Like I've seen like these guys that they're pretty good on YouTube. They're called Nelk, the Nelk Boys. They're Canadians. They do like prank videos and shit. Go check out their sort of stuff and the content they're doing. But they're selling fucking t-shirts already, coronavirus. And it's just such, everybody's jumping on this. Cardi, she's not, just based on that coronavirus, this was apparently made.
Coronavirus! Shit is real! Shit is getting real! Shit is real! Coronavirus! Shit is real! Shit is getting real!
Pause. And the funny thing is this shit has charted. So this is like, I think this was on like 80. I'd have to look it up. Coronavirus song. Oh, Bono has a new song. Who gives a fuck? Cardi B, this song, Coronavirus, Coronavirus, it was number 11 on the hip hop and rap charts for Billboard. This fucking song. It sure is getting real, as Miss B puts it. Yeah, that's pretty fucking already 11. So some people are having fun with it, doing what they can to enjoy it. I honestly I feel that we're gonna be hearing a lot of this sort of. Attention, humans. Your government needs you to stay in your homes. Look at that. So, I honestly, I've just been chilling out home, trying to washing my hands a lot. I got supplies. I got, like, you see that? I'm flexing right now. Flexing toilet paper. Got right here. After, again, those empty fucking shelves and yeah, it's interesting to see how quickly we've all gone into panic mode. But don't worry, we have some people some people are gonna get us through this. Don't worry. Tom Hanks is fucking, what is it? I'm fucking baked right now. But Tom Hanks and his wife, I guess his wife Rita Wilson, they have the coronavirus. So Chet Hayes, son of Tom Hanks, he's oh fuck. This is Chet, son of Tom Hanks. Now let's take a good look at Chet for a minute. Illuminati tattoo. It looks like he has a tattoo that says Maskell. Does it say Michaela? He's got like full body, like upper body tattoo and shit. But this was the guy that people got updates on Tom Hanks and his wife, their son Chet Hanks, about how his parents are doing with I guess having coronavirus.
What's up, everyone?
Oh, we gotta turn you up, don't you? As soon as I heard that, what's up, everybody? It's like, oh, you go up, Let's hear you loud and clear, Chat.
What's up, everyone? Yeah, it's true. My parents got coronavirus. Crazy. They're both
pause. Yeah, hey, yo, what's up, everyone? Yo, this is your boy Chat. Yeah, it's true. My parents got coronavirus. Can we listen to you again, please?
What's up, everyone? Yeah, it's true. My parents got coronavirus. Crazy. They're both down in Australia right now because my dad was shooting a movie down there. But I just got off the phone with them. They both are fine. They're not even that sick. They're not worried about it.
Pause. Thank you, Dr. Chet. Thank you, Dr. Chet. Fuck. Does this guy look like... Not because of the tattoos. It's the way he's wearing that fucking hat. Now, I have a fitted hat, too. Well, his isn't fitted. His is like old school little snapback. I hate that fucking style. I like that style hat, but I would never wear it. Look at this is clearly right here, and we'll take the cursor around and we'll just circle. This is douchebaggery. This is douchebaggery at its finest right here. Chet Hanks. Yo, it's true. My parents got coronavirus. Well, let's continue with his words of wisdom, I guess.
They're not tripping, but they're going through the necessary health
precautions. Oh, pause. Oh, it's a good thing. Hey, I was curious about it. I'm so relieved that, just puts my mind at ease just to know that Tom Hanks isn't tripping. As long as he isn't tripping, You know, he could be there. You know, he's filming a movie. I saw the hospital at one time gave him fucking Wilson volleyball as a joke or whatever. But as long as that motherfucker isn't tripping. But Chet, you continue, sir.
Obviously, but I don't think it's anything to be too worried about. I appreciate it.
Oh, perfect. Let's just rewind here.
I don't think it's anything to be too worried about. I appreciate it.
It's nothing to worry about. You know, we're all gonna be fine. We're getting through this. It's gonna be over. Continue.
Everyone's concern and the well wishes, but I think it's all going to be all right, but I appreciate it.
I'm glad he thinks so.
Just everybody stay safe out there.
Stay safe out there.
Much love.
Much love. Oh, and then this is him doing some Rastafarian character. So, you know, this is his other, maybe this is his like alter ego. It just comes out sometimes.
Big up the whole island, massive. It's your boy Chetana, coming straight from the Golden Globes, you want to say? Me father told me expressing in a what soon forward come. Big up, tune in.
Tune in. Big things happening for Chet, man. Fuck, what a fucking douchebag. That guy's fucking terrible. What do we have? Oh, and you know, some people aren't taking this seriously either. This is where I would assume Chet, if his parents did, my parents got coronavirus. Look, see, this guy's a douchebag too, and it proves my point. See the hat? It's on the exact same way Chet had his hat on. Essentially. You know, you can wear a hat like that backwards and shit. It's the way they have it on, and it's just little subtle things like this. You know, Brady Slutter, he don't give a fuck. Yo, I'm Brady Slutter. I do what I want. I come down to these places. I could get these motherfucking coronavirus. Well, let's hear from you, Brady.
Get corona, I get.
Oh God, if I get corona, I get corona. That was one of those videos the Nelk Boys did. They did asking people, "Hey, I got Corona, can I be here?" And then they bring out the bottle of Corona, beer. Oh, we get it. It's beer. Play on words. This guy is completely retarded.
If I get Corona, I get Corona. At the end of the day, I'm not going to let it stop me from partying. I've been waiting.
Fuck yeah.
I've been waiting for Miami.
Applause. Yo, coronavirus ain't going to stop me from getting that pussy, yo. Some of these sluts on the beach, yo. Me and my backwards hat, my fucking charm bracelet around my fucking neck, yo. I'm coming to get that fucking pussy. I just love the fact that this guy, he's like, I think did he say he's 21 years old? Can we go back all the way to the start? Of course we can. I'm not going to let it stop me from partying. This is the mindset that you only care about partying. And so no, don't worry. I'm not getting coronavirus. And even if I do, at least I went out having a fucking, had a couple of fucking drinks or some shit.
If I get Corona, I get Corona. At the end of the day, I'm not going to let it stop me from partying. I've been waiting. We've been waiting for Miami spring break.
Yo,
about 2
pause.
months.
Spring break. Fucking coronavirus doesn't give a fuck about spring break. But I love, he's like, yo, man, we had it planned for 2 months. Motherfucker, I had my trip planned for, if once the date had come, it would have been 4 months. And I canceled. 2 months? And you're not canceling your trip? Yo, we wouldn't get our deposit back. That's 50, yo. I could have wasted it at the strip club. Holy fuck. This guy's like the douchebag that would wear like a fucking shark tooth around his fucking neck that he bought from a gift shop or something and been like, yo, man, I was out in the ocean and I saw that shark and I fucking defended myself. Let's hear more.
Trip plan 2-3 months. So we're just out here having a good time. Whatever happens, happens.
Like, it's really messing up with my spring break.
It is. Pause. This chick and her fucking eyebrows. Yo, it's messing up my spring break and all the fucking casual sex I was gonna have on the beach with strangers. Fuck. Really fucking me up, said Brianna Leader.
To do here other than go to the bars or the beach, and they're closing all of it. It's really messing me. I think they're blowing it way out of proportion. I think it's doing way too much.
Doing us bad. We need a refund. This virus ain't that serious.
Pause. Yo, you know Atlanta's Waka. Yo, my G needs that refund. Oh, fucking hilarious.
It's more serious things out there like hunger and poverty, and we need to address that.
Yeah, I mean, we planned this a long time ago, and it was kind of up in the air if we still go, but like we're here. I just turned 21 this year, so I'm here to party, so it's kind of disappointing, but we're just making the most of it. We met these other people in our little Airbnb spot, so we're just hanging out with them and trying to get drunk before everything closes.
Just try and get drunk before everything closes. Fuck, you know, one thing doesn't close at spring break for that type of fucking skank is her legs. And her mouth, too, because you could tell she was an annoying, dumb cunt.
I mean, it sucks, but we're going to make the best of it.
Pause, I bet you're going to have a cookout, aren't you? Nee Smith? I mean, it sucks. I don't know where I'm going to get my chicken from. Maybe the Colonel. If Popeyes closes... Her in that I hate her hat. Look at her dumb fucking hat. Cheetah print, little straw. Wait till we got a good clip coming up too.
We're enjoying ourselves. It sucks. And I'm from New Orleans, so this really sucks. However, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. We having day parties all day. It's my birthday, St. Patrick's Day. Turn up.
We're just
turn up, yo.
We're just living for the moment. We're just going.
We just living for the moment. Yo. You know, once I catch coronavirus, I'm not going to have many moments left. And you could tell how drunk he is because of his fucking eyes, which is pretty fucking hilarious. We continue.
We're just going to do what happens when it happens. When stuff closes, we're going to do it when it closes. But besides that, we're just trying to have the best trip we can.
Yo, as long as I have a good trip, that's all I'm worried about, dog. We gotta turn it up. Gotta turn it out. Fuck. But then there's so we have all these people who are disregarding the quarantine, and again, I think it's kind of ridiculous, and it may be blown out of proportion. What if it's not? What if it fucking not? But we have this minister, and don't worry, the rubes at home sitting there watching this guy. They're essentially listening and you know, watching him, and he's I guess healing them through the television, apparently. But oh fuck. Okay. He looks like a greasy used car salesman we got here. He's the guy that had the jet. The fucking, like, I don't know, he's flying around in private jets and shit and saying, oh no, Jesus wanted me to fly private jet. If he wanted me to fly commercial, he would have made me a Jew.
And on that television set.
Put it on your television set. Pause. Already, this guy's giving bad advice. You should not put your hands if you have like a flat screen or something. It could fuck up the screen. Jesus isn't going to fix the fucking screen for you. This guy isn't going to fix the screen for you. Don't do what this guy says. But maybe put your hand beside the TV.
Put your hand on that television set.
Yes, Lord.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. He received your healing.
Yes.
Yes, pray to Jesus.
Say it, I take it.
I take it.
I have it.
I have it.
It's mine.
It's mine.
Pause. That's what I would say about all this toilet paper right there. I take it. I have it. It's mine. Fuck. This is like the end of this. I've been saying that this is like a slower, lamer version of the zombie apocalypse.
Thank you and praise you for it.
Yes. Praise you for it.
And I forgive if I have all.
I forgive you.
I forgive.
And I praise you that I'm well and whole.
I praise you that I'm well and whole.
Yes. According to the word of God.
According to the
word of God.
I'm healed.
Yes.
And I consider.
Pause. So you're healed from coronavirus if you just did what this guy said. You're healed from coronavirus. No need to get that fucking nasal swab, which they take a swab and they insert it into your nose. It goes back into your like mouth and stuff through your nose, and they scrape it or some shit, and that's how they did the swab test. As you know, the president said, it's very uncomfortable. It's not a good feeling. But we'll finish up with this guy and
not my own body.
Yes, consider not my own body.
I consider not symptoms in my body.
I consider not symptoms in my body.
But only that which God has promised.
Only that God has promised.
Only that what the Word has said.
Only that what the Word.
And by His stripes I was healed, and by His stripes I am healed now. I'm not the sick trying to get healed. I'm the healed, and the devil's trying to give me the flu. Or whatever.
Positive, the kung flu. The devil's not just trying to give me the flu. He's giving me the kung flu. The Asian well, I guess it would be Asian disease, according to this guy. Fuck. No, just this. Who's fucking Victory News standing against the coronavirus? 877. Fuck this guy. Special report. How badly would you want to see ISIS come in there? He's like, I'll fucking beat you devils. But him and his stupid fucking tie, salesman outfit. And it's probably worth a lot of money, but he's just like an old man, and that's his style.
Else kind of thing he's trying.
Yeah.
All the things he's trying.
Healed and well.
Yes.
In the sweet name of Jesus.
Glory to God.
I think you're healed now.
Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Praise be to Jesus. Praise be the Lord. I do not know how, I don't know how, why would again, with his used car salesman like gestures and stuff, I don't think that this is the best guy to come and get your prayers from. This is the guy you want to get the medicine from? That fucking snake oil salesman? Can't even the look in his eye, he didn't even have to say anything, just the look is like a distrustworthy look. Of course, we have to fix the camera here. And we got Matt Marconi, of course. Marconi was planning on going on a trip to fucking guess it was, we'll find out where, but it was definitely South America. And we'll get Marconi here. We'll get his thoughts on coronavirus. Well, there we go. And then we welcome Matt Marconi to the show. And Marconi, wait till you see how this setup is. You'll be pretty impressed.
I'm excited, man. I'm glad to be doing it on video. How's it going so far?
Well, it's going pretty good. The only shitty thing is just when you're filming it on the DSLR, having to get up. And, I'm being honest with the audience as I look at the TV, even though it's, the camera's at the laptop, having the DSLR and going over and pressing the button and, having to do that every time. That kind of stinks. But, besides that, coronavirus, lockdown, I don't know if, you probably won't be able to.
Lockdown 2020.
You probably won't be able to hear this, but it's the. You hear that?
Yeah. Couldn't hear that at all.
Yeah, the biohazard sound. I also played the Purge, the Purge opening. But what's your take on all this, Marconi? Like, for me, this happened way fucking quicker and than anything that I could have foreseen happening, I guess.
Right? You know me. I was ready to go to Peru. Like, what,
yeah, this
4 days ago.
This motherfucker's laughing, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm still going on my trip." And I'm like, "I don't know if you are," because honestly, I give Charlie credit for he on February 19th or February 29th bringing this up to me for the first fucking time and saying, I was like, "Yeah, I have a trip on the 28th or whatever," and he's like, "Yeah, you won't be going on that trip." I'm like, what the fuck? I won't be going on that trip. I'm like, this seems like a Chinese problem, you know, and it is the Chinese virus, Marconi, because it started in China. Had it started
Chinese virus, global world.
If it started in Canada, it would be known as the fucking Canadian virus. So I just want, but you know how DJT rolls. Well, the Canadian virus, right? So yeah. What point was it when they closed Nate's daycare? Is that when you're like, I'm not?
Yeah, that's when shit got real to me. Because, I work from home already, so all that's the exact same, right? Then all of a sudden, like, I thought it was initially just kind of overblown, like a lot of things in the press that you read about. I'm like, yeah, whatever, it'll blow over. And then started reading stories of what was going on in Europe and Italy especially. And then all of a sudden in one day, and that was the day that I started paying attention to it. Yeah, all schools in Alberta were closed. Nate's daycare was closed. We got initially our jiu-jitsu school was going to stay open, but then they closed. And they're still doing online classes, which is really cool. I did one tonight. That's why I'm wearing the T-shirt. Shout out Affinity Academy. You guys are awesome. And then the gym too, the YMCA. Closed, and that's like pretty much all I ever leave the house to do: groceries, YMCA, jiu-jitsu class, more or less, right? And bring Nate to daycare. Then all of a sudden, all that's crushed in a day. It's like, all right, coronavirus, you got my attention.
Did your mom and dad make it home okay, or how long did it take them?
My mom posted some pretty eerie photos, so I dropped them off at the Calgary airport, and that was a pretty trippy scene. Like usually, as you pull up to the departure gates, like it's pretty packed with cars, right? Usually there's guys out directing them and telling you can't stay for more than 5 minutes or whatever. Just completely empty. And then they took pictures from inside. There's just nobody there. Plane's half full or less. It's pretty easy to keep distance between people. But yeah,
well, even then
it's really strange.
Even then though, you're on a fucking plane and you're in a confined air or like steel tube. And it's just like, I didn't want to be that close to people. You already know me. I hated the fucking bus.
You don't want to be close to people when there's not a virus going around, let alone when there's freaking coronavirus. But that's why it was so funny. I was laughing at you so much at the beginning of this thing because you're showing me all of the masks you're going to buy and all this crazy shit. Placed your paranoid side instantly.
Motherfucker, I went out and I bought supplies. Well, and it wasn't because I didn't want, or I think that like things aren't going to come. It was because everybody else was buying stuff where it's just like, well, fuck, if I don't get something now, it's like I might not get something because, people are like, toilet paper, good fucking luck. You find it if you know when the shipments come in, and I did get, off camera. I have right here, or I guess you can't see it. I got my fucking toilet paper right here, Marconi. I'll kill a motherfucker for some of this shit. Cottonelle Superior Clean. It's going to feel really nice on my asshole. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Marconi was like, again, I was talking bidets with him, but I can't. I feel that if you have a bidet in your bathroom, if you have guests over, they might be like, oh, I'm going to take a shit. And like, honestly, it's like
there's just shit on the walls. Next thing you know.
Well, Larry David, obviously, and I already know what the answer is. Marconi haven't seen the newest season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. And
love how you already know the answer.
Already,
Marconi's seen the latest bit of pop culture. No, that's what I'm here for.
Absolutely, and wait till you see what I have for you this evening. But this is why I was just like, I'll hold off for having Nate and whatnot. But with Larry David, he made a spite store. So he has a coffee shop and he's going up against Mocha Joe. Mocha Joe was in the show a few times before that. And so he has a spite store called Latte Larry's right next to Mocha Joe's spot. But there's no defecating in the store. He'd rather you not come as opposed to defecating in his store. So he just has like urinals and like a thing for like women to like a trough for them to squat down and piss in or something. And something that I would never do. You need like a border if you're in the, in a bathroom, in my opinion, not like two toilets next to each other with no border. So it's just like, I couldn't do that just due to like comfort level and shit. And even when I take a shit in like a fucking airplane bathroom, or not even an airplane bathroom, but an airport bathroom, I make sure it's the tranny or the family one, whatever we want to call it, at this point. The one that's big, the handicap one that has and and fucking locks, and you got this big room, you can fucking, smoke your e-cigarette or, do whatever you want in this fucking room. So that's always my go-to in the airport, is get really fucked up while I'm there. But so coronavirus, and do you feel like you obviously, and yeah, I already know the answer to this one. There's no way you're out there, like, in my mind, I look outside and I'm like, it just kind of feels like different out, because there's just like this panic, and maybe it's more panicky down south because it's not that bad up here yet, but everything is closed just like everywhere else. It's just,
I wouldn't say it's necessarily panicky. I mean, aside from like toilet paper and hand sanitizer being on, I don't think people are panicking all that much. I think that's mostly media driven. Like, I don't know, are you panicked? I don't feel panicked at all. I mean, again, worst case scenario, it's, you couple months or whatever it is, locked up in the house, working from home. This is all the same to me.
Well, the newspaper shuts down, spoiler alert, on April 1st. For 2 weeks, they're having their vacation time ahead of time. And then, what news is there? Like, cause news a lot of times revolves around events, but how much for local news are you going to be able to tell with coronavirus, where it's just like AHS can't say really anything to you. And there's other stuff.
Easy. You just talk to your regular sources. You'll have a unique angle on coronavirus as spoken with local sources, and you're good to go.
So essentially that's sort of like, I have enough for like the next couple weeks of ideas and stories I already had in the works. But after that, it's like coronavirus is shutting everything down. Restaurants are I think they're ordered to shut down. I know Alberta has a state of emergency, and I don't know if are you keeping up on all the press conferences with like DJT and all?
Not really. I'm like a day or two behind.
Yeah, because I watched I
thought restaurants in Ontario were closed. I might have that wrong.
Oh yeah, Ontario.
I don't think they're closed in Alberta. Like we got Indian food last night. Went up there, pick up.
Oh, Mr. Marconi. Oh, very, very happy returns for you. Even in the coronavirus epidemic, it's so happy for you to come to our store and buy our shitty curry food. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Matt.
It's delicious, by the way, and
it might seem more ignorant.
Guess how many people were dining yesterday, Maskell?
I would say 8.
0. Nobody in there when I went to pick up that food. Nobody except one nice lady behind the counter.
I would stop
keeping your social distance.
Well, and see, this whole like we're in a whole nother like landscape of and I feel like coronavirus, and I'm just looking here at all the stuff I have for today, and I'm going to wrap it up with you today on the show, so I'm not going to any of this other shit. So I got plenty for, I'll probably do another episode in like a day or two, just like this one, just with the cameras. I got the lights going. It looks pretty fucking smooth with you up on the TV here right next to me.
Nice. I'll fix my light for the next one. It's been shining at the side of my face, but yeah, we'll get that.
But I am kind of worried. Have you seen that movie Contagion?
Sounds familiar. Is that like a zombie apocalypse type?
No, it's like it's like exactly what's going on right now.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So, something was like,
wasn't it similar to like 28 Days Later kind of?
No, because there's no zombies in it. People just die. So it was just it turns out it was started by like a bat eating a banana, and then the pig ate something, and then the meat, and then it went to humans, and then Gwyneth Paltrow, and she was a skank, and she fucked Matt Damon and spread it throughout the United States by just fucking one other person. It just kept spreading and shit. There's a scene where they go and he picks up his son who's sick and he coughs on a handle of the fucking school. And I just pictured how many people are pressing that. And so I'm just washing my hands a lot. I'm wearing gloves when I go out to the grocery store or something. I'll have regular winter gloves now, and then I have fucking plastic gloves underneath so people don't think I'm a fucking crazy person. But yeah, I'm definitely taking.
Yeah, because the gloves is really the difference.
That's a very valid point.
It's the gloves that stand out when you're in public. Yeah.
Very valid point, Marconi. Very valid point. But yeah, I am a little concerned with what's going on and things like that. But yeah, I just can't believe how quickly it went from zero to pandemic, and everybody's like, don't leave your house. Do you think it's a way to get martial law into fucking the homes? You think the government's fucking taking over, Marconi? Fucking gay frogs, Marconi. The fluorides turn those frogs gay.
That's quite a segue.
Oh, don't worry. I have a good wrapper upper.
It's funny. I was just watching, what was that earlier today? You ever heard of Gerald Celente, Trends Journal? He's got some good lines about prostitutes and lamestream media, and he's been publishing this Trends journal since for a long time. I think the 70s or the 80s. Maybe I got that wrong. But he's always interesting. He's not quite on the Alex Jones level, but I'd say he's definitely worth listening to. And that was sort of the point that he was trying to make. He's like, look how quickly all the sheeple fell in line when they told you it was a pandemic with very, very little evidence, and I obviously believe in the coronavirus.
Well, I've heard
all that stuff, but it's true. It didn't take long for people to accept, not or closing down public spaces and a lot of essential services shut down and
government control, mind control.
Even Brittany going into the clinic today because she administers drugs, so her patients are recovering from certain things, and so yeah, it's an essential service, and then they were running out of hand sanitizer because it was empty on all the shelves everywhere.
When sanitizer, people
are all these people, so people who don't really essentially need it are buying it all up at grocery stores. Meanwhile, healthcare professionals can't even access them. But they ended up finding some, but still, that's going on in a lot of places.
But they say that sanitizer doesn't even work for fucking protecting it. It's soap and water is the best course of a method of just regular soap and water.
The problem is you got a whole bunch of immunocompromised patients, and they're all washing their hands in soap and water at the same place.
Well, no, that's the thing. When you go out, it's okay then, but it's just something's better than nothing. But in terms of being better,
for sure, at your own house, soap better for sure. So,
fucking. No, it's pretty it's pretty fucked up that again, I don't know. I feel a little different when I go outside.
And me too. I'm always really anti. I don't want to say anti-government, but I don't like the intrusion into personal life. Right? I'm a fan of the individual, and as long as you're not committing violence, theft, or fraud, do what the fuck you want to do. But even in this scenario, I'm like, well, it's with a public health pandemic, you listen to the experts, they're saying the same things, the people that know, okay, we need to limit contact as much as possible in order to stop the spread over a period of, what is it, couple weeks?
Oh, yeah.
The incubation period or something like that, where you can be infected and transmit it to someone. That's 2-week quarantine. I mean, that's all things being equal. Maybe it's because I work from home, but it's a pretty small ask, right? I saw this one meme. It was our grandparents were called off to war. We're just called to sit on the couch for a couple weeks. Let's just kind of suck it up. And
there's another thing with like having what was the meme? It was during the World War II, they were getting like rations and shit. They're all standing civil, and then they have the picture from like 2020 fighting over toilet paper and shit. Like my girlfriend saw people.
Funny how toilet paper is always one of the first things to go, in any emergency situation.
Oh, it's like
go right for the toilet paper.
Like my girlfriend's.
I've gone bidet for 6 months, and you know what? It's not that bad. It's a little bit of especially in the morning, if that's your thing. I mean, getting woken up with cold water straight up the asshole. I mean, while it cleans like it's nobody's business, Maskell, it's still will wake you up at an uncomfortable note.
Like essentially with the toilet paper, like we were down to 2 rolls at one point, and I'm like, fuck, we're
danger zone. Good thing I got t-shirts.
Oh, well, not even. I'm not throwing away some of my wrestling t-shirts, Marconi. No fucking way.
Is my asshole clean? What?
I wouldn't want somebody like seeing the bidet coming over as a visitor. Again, I don't expect people to ever shit in my fucking house. It's like, do that before you, don't you know you're going to do that before you come to my fucking home? You know, it's different when you're like living with somebody or like you stay for like a few days, right? But if you're just visiting for like a couple hours.
There's bound to be a shit or two in those few days. Yeah.
No, just like people coming over for like a couple hours, like shit at home, you dumb fucks.
They don't even want to hang out. They're just coming to your place to take a nice steamy dump.
Yeah.
Just for you. Yeah.
So where do you see this going, Marconi's? I see.
I'm not a medical expert, man. What are you asking me this shit for?
Well, fuck.
Marconi, what are your thoughts on the coronavirus, medically speaking?
Well, what do you think?
If you look at what happened in, I think, so I have a friend in China. Named Tom. You know about Tom. I met Tom when we were in Thailand.
Hold on. Can you say Tom? What's his name? Tom.
You're such a piece of shit.
Did you hear that?
Of course I heard that.
How do you hear it?
How do you miss a giant gong? What are you talking about? Did I hear that? Anyways, Tom was practicing. So I was doing Liberty stuff on my laptop.
He was practicing kung fu fighting.
Practicing his English. Comes up to me and starts asking me about what I'm doing. We start talking. I cut a little promo for him for his Chinese tours.
Well, let me tell you something, Tom. I'm coming for your Chinese tours, brother. What you gonna do?
So Tom and I have catched up. You know, it's long been part of Liberty's plan to branch into Asia.
And not have them deposit money into our bank accounts, which we then would try to withdraw. That's a little inside joke.
Exactly. But not a scam. That's the dream. Not only an Asian client, but not them trying to scam you. That's for sure. You're living the dream. But anyways, Tom and I have been keeping in touch. He's from Chongqing. Which is a city of, it's a ridiculous number of people. It's like there's more people in Chongqing than all of Canada. And so anyways, he asked me, we've been keeping in touch back and forth, and he said they were locked up in their houses for a month in Chongqing. It wasn't that bad there compared to other cities. But, it shut down like pretty well everything for a hard month. And only in the last 10 days has it got to normal. Now, I like to think in Canada or the States, we have, in I'd say the West, as good, if not better, medical and containment standards, right?
Well, the West is the best, Marconi, and that's not it from a Proud Boys standpoint.
So based on what happened there and what's going on in Europe right now, I mean, you'd have to think somewhere in the area of a month if we, do what we can to try to contain, self-quarantine, isolate, whatever it is. Just follow the fucking guidelines. And yeah, I mean, it's the good thing is the low death rates. I mean, relatively speaking, it's like 1 or 2% of people that are infected die. Not any kids. Really, I think it was under 8 so far have died from it that have been infected. So for some reason, the virus is killing mostly older people, weakened people. Very, very nice and cold. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I'd be talking out of my ass if I said anything more about it, because, I used to be all about researching this stuff, Maskell, and now I live in my little bubble. That's why I have you to update me on it.
Of course.
What I should have said is, what's going on with what virus? What are you talking about?
Well,
is that why the gym's closed?
Well, and even these times of coronavirus, Marconi, there's still people getting things. This is honestly where I think the coronavirus came from.
Why do I have a feeling I'm about to watch something awful?
Well, you will when I figure out how I'm going to rig this up here. Oh, yeah, this should do. This'll do, pig. This'll do. Marconi, you can see the TV right there, right?
Barely. This is what you need the TriCaster for, I guess, eh?
Yeah, well,
I switch over.
Can you see you can see the TV?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So it's kind of blurred. There's a guy, and he has a chicken. And he's fucking a chicken in China, this place in China. And we wonder why disease is bred from there, Marconi.
That's some great research you did on that one, Maskell. Thank you. I'm really, really glad that is extremely small and pixelated and tough to look at right now. I don't want to see that one in 4K.
Oh, no, don't worry, because not only, I guess this girl, she's, here we go. Here's TikTok, is this like thing that the kids are really into and stuff. We have this girl, the coronavirus challenge, Marconi.
It's Corona time.
It's Corona time.
Hey, it's Corona time.
You see her lick that?
What did she just lick?
It's Corona time.
An airplane toilet bathroom.
Oh, Jesus.
And
you know what's funny? Dylan told me about this earlier today.
And then we have a copycat. We have like the one when they're like doing like ice cream and shit. Oh, there we have her.
Wow.
This one takes it to the extreme. She's really licking. Oh. Look at that gross pig. Oh. She's like licking the airplane toilet because I'm gross like that.
Oh.
That's like a Gene Simmons like tongue fucking like lick. Like she lit. Ugh. Oh, what a gross whore, Marconi. What a gross fucking pig. But, so, like, I'm not surprised, like, viruses, quite frankly, spread like, that. And, I'm not, I don't know. I don't know if that caused coronavirus or something like in the Contagion movies where, they have, somebody with like a fucking, like, I guess touched bad meat. That was what I got from the Contagion movie. The chick fucking touched bad meat because the butcher dealt with the pig that ate the banana that fell from the thing from the bat. And it was just, quite frankly, it was, I don't know. I wouldn't have believed this sort of shit could happen like a few weeks ago. But I don't know. I just foresee the same sort of shit happening and continuing. And I'm just, how long do you think we're going to have to social distance, you think, Marconi? Which is a term that was nobody ever heard social distancing before a few weeks ago, I would say.
I have no idea, man. Not a doctor. A month or 2 months, based on what I'm hearing out of China. And my exclusive source, Tom.
Tom's giving you the hookup. Well, let's.
You know what I've noticed? A couple Chinese people I have dealings with, they use like Canadian names. Like I know a guy Chuyan who just goes by Charlie because that's his work.
Or
I guess us white Canadians just
or
don't want to.
Any
yeah, so like, hey Charlie, what's up?
any call center representative, if we don't think like, what are we gonna just assume this guy's name's no, my name or my friend, my name is Frank. Like no, like come on, Peter, or just like really like common like names. It's not even, it has nothing to do with like race. It's just, common names that they probably go through the Rolodex and go, oh yeah, Praheet Singh, Jagmeet, like, oh, we'll just change that to, Jason or something like fucking like or like Nicholas or so just like something like more relatable, I would say. But of course, Marconi, and this is the problem with video is just having to hit that button to and then boom, back in business and recording still. And I'm using Adobe Audition now too, which is a pretty good program. But we showed what would happen with the coronavirus. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you can subscribe to Patreon and see things uncensored and things like this. And so we have and we have a deer, Marconi. Can you see the deer?
I can see the deer.
Can you see the deer? Perfect. What do you think's going on here right now, Fargo?
I don't want to know. Oh, jeez.
Maybe
you fucking asshole.
And then we go, and then we'll fast forward. And he's fucking the deer in the ass.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong? I'm not looking.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Oh, Marconi. Fuck.
No.
Oh, god damn it. I love it.
Tell me how you show prep, Maskell. Is it just you laying in your bed with your hand on your dick, just going?
Honestly, no. And I'll give Josh full credit for sending me 3 other clips that I already have planned for. Well,
you got sources planted everywhere, eh? For news stories.
Well, it's just like I don't. Oh, perfect. I don't need to find these sort of clips because Josh sends them all to me, and I don't. I don't go looking for these sort of things. Do you think even with that girl who, you were on the show with the girl whose asshole blew out her fucking face like Elf? It's just like. It's like gross as fuck, Marconi. But just for the good shits and giggles, for example, we have these 2 lovely young women. They could be scholars, Marconi, could be doctors. They could be. Oh, fuck. Oh, just shit in her fucking face, Marconi.
I gotta stop on your show at night. I gotta go to sleep after this.
Oh, fuck. Oh, there's just shit all over her fucking face. Now she's puking.
I can't. I'm not even.
It looks like, honestly, in her lap, it looks like mud. It looks like mud in this bitch's lap. Pretty fucking gnarly, but that's like how coronavirus is spread. But I honestly think if you like eating ass, I saw a meme that was just like it showed the coronavirus, or this like it was like 2 nights, and one was the small, it was just like the coronavirus, and then guys who enjoy eating ass was just like the big like night, and like could like fucking fuck up the smaller night like super quick and shit. And so I honestly think that like, and you saw and we're gonna play, once I hang up with you, Marconi, we're gonna play the George Carlin clip to end the show about germs.
That's a great bit.
You've heard that. Or you can.
Yeah, but they used to swim in the Hudson River.
Well, yeah, I'll throw it up now, right? Well, you should be able to hear it. I would imagine so. Yeah, this is all.
It's just one more way of reducing your liberty and reminding you that they can fuck with you anytime they want, as long as you put up with it. As long as you put up with it, which means, of course, anytime they want. Because that's what Americans do now. They're always willing to trade away a little of their freedom in exchange for the feeling, the illusion of security. What we have now is a completely neurotic population obsessed with security and safety and crime and drugs and cleanliness and hygiene and germs. There's another thing. Germs. Where did this sudden fear of germs come from? In this country. Have you noticed this? The media constantly running stories about all the latest infections, salmonella, E. coli, hantavirus, bird flu, and Americans they panic easily, so now everybody's running around scrubbing this and spraying that and overcooking their food and repeatedly washing their hands, trying to avoid all contact with germs.
Pause. I've definitely been, have you been washing your hands more frequently?
I definitely have, yeah.
Yeah.
He's so good.
I just I feel that just like it's probably better to just be safe than sorry. So even outside I'm wearing like gloves and stuff. And when I come in, first thing I do is wash my fucking hands. And like, I washed my hands thoroughly before. Now I'm really like getting in there. Cause it's just like the media. And again, they want you to be afraid too. That's how, that's how they get the viewers and shit like that. But the way people will portray this sort of stuff, it's like coronavirus is like a fucking like, just going through the alleys, grabbing people and shit. It's just like, it's pretty crazy to see where it's come at this short of time frame, I guess.
Yeah. Pretty nuts, eh? Pretty nuts. We'll see what happens next. I don't know. Maybe George Carlin's right though, where we all just fucking took it in the ass and didn't even question them taking our freedoms just like that. Who knows? Ridiculous. I've only been reading about coronavirus for a good 3 days now.
3 days, and that's only because he was impacted. If not, Marconi still would have gone.
That's true.
You were still.
When something's important, it shows up. I find out about it.
Yeah, for sure.
And it goes to ridiculous lengths. In prisons, before they give you a lethal injection, they swab your arm with alcohol. It's true. It's true. It's true. Well, they don't want you to get an infection. And you can see their point. Wouldn't want some guy to go to hell and be sick. It would take a lot of the sportsmanship out of the whole execution. Fear of germs. Why, these fucking pussies. You can't even get a decent hamburger anymore. They cook the shit out of everything now because everybody's afraid of food poisoning. Hey, where's your sense of adventure? Take a fucking chance, will you? You know how many people die in this country from food poisoning every year? 9,000. That's all. It's a minor risk. Take a fucking chance, bunch of goddamn pussies. Besides, what do you think you have an immune system for? It's for killing germs. But it needs practice. It needs germs to practice on. So listen. If you kill all the germs around you and live a completely sterile life, then when germs do come along, you're not going to be prepared. And never mind ordinary germs. What are you going to do when some super virus comes along that turns your vital organs into liquid shit? I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to get sick, you're going to die, and you're going to deserve it because you're fucking weak and you got a fucking weak immune system. Now,
pause. And that's something, too, that you have to think about. And it's not even necessarily I'm thinking that I'm going to get sick. It's transmitting the disease to others who may have weaker immune systems, like elderly or people who've had other sort of diseases before. So that's also I'm thinking with the coronavirus, and it's just like touching stuff. And even when I did this, I covered this, the unveiling of the new fire engine and stuff like that. And I didn't touch anything in the fire engine. I didn't shake people's hands. I was doing that gay elbow thing where they like fucking, instead of touching your hands, it's like, if I just kind of like just do like the fist bump, or not even fist bump, but just like the elbow tap or whatever. And that was the vibration of my vaporizer being right. But I saw everybody climbing this ladder, and they're just bare hands, just fucking going up and down these railings, and I'm just like, yeah, that's how the disease sort of spreads, is by contact and stuff like that. It's just like, if you're safe and you're not like up in somebody's face being like breathed on or something like that, or fucking kissing them or something like that, you should be okay. I would assume. I'm no doctor, but if Brittany sent me something about the coronavirus, she's like, check this out. And I watched a podcast with Rogan. So this, I should be good, Marconi. I should be okay.
I saw that one too.
What'd you think of it?
It was good. It was really good. I learned a lot from it. That was actually probably the first thing I watched, which got me on the coronavirus research. I forget the guy's name, but that one thing he said that was funny that I knew was true too was he was talking about how you were saying earlier, like, I can't believe how fast this has happened, and that this happened just I never would have imagined it could have spread this far, this fast. Like, experts in the field,
they disagree.
They've been talking about it forever. They're like, we're so vulnerable. We're so vulnerable to all.
There was a thing. There was a show on Netflix called Pandemic. I should have watched it. It came out earlier. This information could have been useful. God damn it!
Like Randy, we were warned, but we didn't listen. We didn't listen.
I saw another good one with Randy for 4 days into quarantine. It's when he's fucking just jerked off everywhere. There's cum everywhere. He's in that chair. Day 4, quarantine.
No internet? Yeah.
No. Well, no, you have to have internet. Fuck. You have to have internet to access the shit.
That's the one I remember Randy jacking off everywhere, was the one where the internet went down for like a few days or whatever. That was sort of like the epidemic of the day. There's no internet, so there's only one spot that had internet, so they traveled to it, and Randy got in there and used it to fucking splooge everywhere.
Well, Marconi's here too. We might as well do the grand unveiling of the book and movie, and we'll use this as our sort of way to wrap up the show today. And so right here we have. I'll put down my vaporizer.
Getting serious.
We have the Together We Stand high level Lacrete 4 for $1,000,000. The indigenous communities of Bushy River, Meander River, Chate, Powell Prairie, Métis settlement, all featured, ladies and gentlemen, all featured. A story that happened, not even a year ago. We have a book, but wait, there's more. We also have right here, you like what I'm doing right here, Marco? Of course.
I do.
We have a DVD. Again, book, DVD, kind of a companion story. But wait, there's more. Together, or what was it? Tales from the Chuckay Creek Wildfire, working title. That's coming down the pipeline. But yeah, right now, $35 for the book, $30 for the DVD, and package deal $50. Marconi, what can you tell me about these DVDs and this book as I'm holding it up to the camera?
What can I tell you, the co-author and director of the DVD?
That's for, well, we've been selling them and I haven't really promoted as hard as I could. And now with the coronavirus pandemic that's going on,
people need their content.
They need their content. This is
stuck at home. You
want to
read? Why not learn about the wildfire that almost took out their entire community last year? No bullshit either. The Chuckay Creek wildfire, 2019, one of the biggest in Alberta's history. area. The perimeter of this thing was as big as driving to Calgary and from Calgary to Edmonton and back. Just a ridiculous. That's about a 3-hour drive for people outside of Canada. Just absolutely incredible. And we got the stories of the firefighters, the people on the front line, the supporting staff, the businesses, the people that stayed behind and were a part of this story. And this was just sort of a thing that we both kind of just said, like, look, we need to make this happen. This is what we do. We publish stories that are valuable to people, are meaningful to people. And this was a big one. It had our attention, and we put a solid 8 months into it, and now we publish it. And based on the feedback we've gotten, everyone said it's been awesome and they want to see more. So let's do it up. So we're gonna do this Tales from the Chuckegg Creek, again, working title, next book. So Together We Stand is about 100 pages. It's a short book. It's a nonfiction action thriller. This story we take you through from before the evacuation until the end of the summer, essentially, and explain what happened and get those stories. And it's sort of done in chronological order, but we got so many more interviews and so much more content in putting together this hour-long DVD and 100-page book that we want to do justice to, especially Lacrete, who we get some more content in, but everybody, because they all have such unique stories. So this is going to be more of a collection of everyone's unique story that we talked to. How many interviews did you do, Maskell? Like over 25.
Well, there even 24 for these the book and the DVD. And again, you can't incorporate. Yeah. There's a point you have to draw the line when you're doing interviews, and it's like, okay, I can't do any more. The book and the DVD, they feature 24 interviews, unique interviews from local people within our community, within our region. And the community I look at, from north of the border all the way down to the end of Powell Prairie. That's sort of the community of, the Mackenzie region and things like that, right? So it's just like we have about an hour and 3-minute documentary, and then the book, like Marconi said, 100 pages, and it's meant to be like a companion piece. You can follow along with the book and the documentary a little bit. You can read it, and you can share it with somebody too. A family member who's interested in learning about the fire. How many times did people get asked, "Oh, what's going on with the fire? Oh, hold on, I haven't heard from you at all." Any other time that you're out here, I'm out here in the West, but everybody wants to get the scoop about the fire. Well, now's their chance to get the scoop with this DVD and book combo. $50. I see that face, Marconi. I know you. I make you proud with these sort of
LibertyMultimedia.com.
Liberty Multimedia. You hit up store, and then it'll take you, if you just want digital downloads, they're about $10, $15 cheaper. If you want the combo, $50. And if you're in the community, depending on driving conditions, I will come and deliver them to you, even during the coronavirus epidemic. Although I might take precautions, dressing and not shaking hands, and maybe I'll just give it.
will deliver your book and DVD with full-on Bane mask and
medical suit. Fucking sucky! I canceled that fucking trip. I was gonna fly back with a fucking mask that they would use for like spray bomb and paint. It'd be like, I'm flying this plane, Batman, and I have my mask.
I was looking forward to Peru too, man, but postponed. You never know when a global pandemic is going to take.
It's telling you not to do ayahuasca.
You know what? Maybe it is. Maybe the snake gods have spoken.
No, fuck that.
You're gonna not want to do this trip. God created a pandemic just to teach me that lesson.
I keep thinking back to that shit you got from Derek or whatever, that kid from the class, Darren or Derek or whatever, and it's just like, I just think you've had bad luck with psychedelics sometimes.
It's true.
You're like, it just hasn't worked out.
How many times have I talked about doing that, about booking that trip and ayahuasca,
Well, my cousin did it.
Finally booked it, and then boom.
My cousin did it years ago, and I remember reaching out to them to get info from you or for you. I think in like this must have been 2012, 2013. You're still living on Stinson Street at that point in fucking Hamilton. And I'm just so glad that I live here in High Level in comparison to living in like a community like Hamilton or Toronto, where this disease, it's like you're coughing. It's like, yeah, you gotta be on the bus sometimes with people, or like it's fucked up. It's fucking crazy. Just the vibes that the world's putting out there right now. And I have a bunch of other shit coming up on the show. I'll probably do one in a few days. This seems like a topic there'll be a lot of information on this fucking coronavirus as the weeks go on and stuff, and you're stuck here at the house, and what else can you do? I've been spending time with my lovely girlfriend, of course, and enjoying hanging out and watching movies and things. And what have you been doing during the quarantine, Marco? You just kicking ass with work and stuff like that? Of course, we're helping promote the Together We Stand book and DVD, as well as the podcasting course available at northernlakescollege.ca, I think, and just search up Northern Lakes College Introduction to Podcasting, and you'll find our course, and check all that stuff out. What have you been doing during quarantine, Marconi?
Online publishing galore, man. That's what we do. Been doing lots of publishing, consulting work, and finishing up my taxes. As you know, I got that done. Got some financial moves planned for the company.
It's a waste. You could have waited till August. Now they've delayed it.
No, I'm not. I don't know about the rules for corporations. I think it's a little bit different, but I'm not sure if there's a delay. But whatever my deadline,
I think they pushed everything.
Oh well, either way, I'm getting mine in on time and not thinking about it after that. So. Yeah, no, just been doing that and spending time with the family, man. Britt and Nate, since Nate's daycare's been closed, he's been here, so we're not just letting him watch freaking Blippi and YouTube all day. Although there's a little Paw Patrol Blippi, there's nothing wrong with that. He likes watching old videos of us in Thailand. But no, just been hanging out with them. We found this online course for them. Because, we always kind of been interested in like homeschooling and whatnot. And then until we realized that means, you got to teach them yourself.
Yeah, and you got to devote all that time and shit.
But anyways, we found a really awesome online course that has everything sort of laid out in progression from I think it's like age 2. It's called Khan Academy, from like age 2 all the way up to like Brittany used it through nursing school. So it's sort of like an online curriculum that starts really, really early. So then it incorporates games and videos and interactive elements, and we just introduced it to him today, and he was digging it, man. He really, really liked it. Taught him he already knew how to add, but now he's learning subtraction too. He understood the concept and was just fucking going at it. And yeah, just working out and family. That's pretty much what's going on right now.
This whole quarantine thing has now provided people an opportunity to have no excuses for getting shit done, and doing a project that they've been waiting for. I think
some people are using it as more of an excuse not to get things done. How am I supposed to work when I'm at home?
No, I see. Well, they're also in different situations than you or I, right? That's trying true. To doing stuff I'm thinking if they have a project, it's I really want to do this jigsaw puzzles, fucking lame shit like that. But it's I want to do a jigsaw puzzle, and fucking they lay out all the pieces, and it turns out they have the time now that they've been putting this fucking stupid jigsaw puzzle off for months before, because it's I have work, I have this, I have that, and now they don't have any excuse. Some people still have to work, which I'm just fucking be careful out there with this motherfucking coronavirus, right?
The real superheroes are, man. Throw it to my former profession, the guys and gals in the grocery store and Walmart and the places that are still open where you need your essentials. They're out there exposed. Essentially all
what
day.
about the nurses? Fuck you, Jesus. Brittany's a goddamn nurse. I was going to say, just like...
Oh, yeah, them too.
Them too. Maybe the ones who are directly there. The grocery stores is the place where I'm like, I sanitized the fucking cart when I grabbed it. I had a sanitized wipe. I wiped the handle. It's like, Jesus, like last week I would have never fucking thought.
That stole all the hospital hand sanitizer.
Oh, I don't have sanitizer. I use soap, and I got the Lysol wipes and shit, and I just wear gloves and rubber gloves and stuff.
Were they up at the counter?
No, no. Lysol Creek.
High level joke. Sorry,
it's definitely a high level joke.
One of my favorite all time lines from you, Maskell, was it Crystal that asked you that question, the mayor in high level, when you had just moved?
Oh no, I don't think it was Crystal. I think it was somebody else at an old counselor from Mackenzie County at a meeting or at the I don't even know what it was. It was like President's Ball or some shit. And they asked me what what my favorite thing about high level was, or what's the most interesting.
Surprising, right?
Yeah, and I said that the Lysol was behind the counter, and but then I realized, like, even like shout out to Charlie again for telling me about them like shotgunning it. I thought they were like doing it like using the other way. No, they take like a fucking screwdriver or something and jam it in and then shotgun it back like it's a fucking. It's just like how much? Yeah, 355 milliliter fucking can of beer, right? Just a regular one, but this is like a Lysol can and just that's some good shit.
Don't you fire back one of those before you start your show?
Fuck. The fact that there's there's a creek that's associated with Lysol, I don't know how they haven't taken advantage of that as a branding opportunity.
Right.
Lysol Creek, and it's probably it's probably just like all this like dirty thing. What if like the Lysol company came out and like cleaned up the creek and like picked up all the bottles? It's like, oh, Lysol Creek's like a nice place, it's a good fucking brand.
Don't go swimming though. Go swimming though. Don't fish.
Do not fish at all. Marconi, of course, always a pleasure having you on the show. And for everybody wanting to get together, we stand. On the actual physical copy, reach out to either Marconi or myself. Same with the book. You can also go to Amazon, search up Together We Stand. It'll come up. Matthew Marconi, Jordan Maskell. You can get the paperback. Digital copies you can get through libertymultimedia.com. Go to store, take you right to our online shop. What sort of social media are you promoting? Or probably none. Probably LinkedIn.
YouTube, man. Always YouTube.
Always you and Facebook too.
Our YouTube channel's really coming along, man. It really is, especially now. Like we've got the documentary out there, we got the trailer. There's a lot of good quality content on YouTube if you want to see what we do in terms of videos. That's the best place to check out.
I thought about throwing the Walmart extremist video back up on YouTube.
The Walmart exchange. Oh yeah, classic Mohawk College day.
That was before everybody started doing those like fucking prank videos at like colleges and shit. And I just did it as like fun, like a fun little thing to do, right? But yeah, no, it was definitely I don't know. Well, that's like a retro video. Maybe I'll play that on the show and like kind of like go over and describe it. At least with the video element.
That's a good idea. Give some context so you don't get visited by the cops again.
For sure. And since I have the visual element, again, this is for Patreon. You could see some of the uncensored moments here on the show by joining my Patreon. But this is going to be available on the Liberty Multimedia YouTube, so go check this out. Go to Maskell Podcasting Network on iTunes for the audio version. Rate, review, subscribe to the show. Share it with somebody who enjoys podcasting, and visit Maskell.tv. The shows, you can get it and listen to them through like the places where you listen to podcasts, apps like Podbay, Stitcher, and go on my most used social media account if you want to interact and things, Maskell91. And until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed the video element. It's a little bit different. I kept looking at the screen sometimes, and the camera's right here where Marconi, if I was like actually looking at him. So it was a little bit different, but yeah, definitely you're going to be seeing more of these episodes in the future. So until next time, thank you very much for listening, ladies and gentlemen, and peace and love.